Okay, we live, y'all. We're gonna have to get an introduction for over here, team. We're gonna have to got a
Mm.
little introduction thing, little video to play before we go live.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I got you. I can do that.
okay, so uh how we do things are is that we all okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute your mic until it's time for you to speak. Um well, how we do things over here is that we always go through and make introduce the guests last. These are entrepreneur lives that me and Tink do every Sunday, but we have been doing it on Instagram, so we've moved over here. So I'm Aunt Nisi, and I'm a brand influencer, Amazon influencer. Um, one of the brands that I'm working with right now, periodofsage.com, offered our followers an exclusive discount. So you get a discount of 25% off, and I'm gonna run the banner um for going over there and shopping with Purity of Sage. Use code ETEAU, and you will be able to go over there. So Tink, go ahead.
So I am Tink the Hair Fairy, and I make all natural shampoos, conditioners, and healthy hair growth oils and skin oils. And I make everything fresh from almond seeds. So the name of my company is Quince and Quan, and our two best-selling oils are Lady. Ooh, look, going the wrong way at this point. It's Lady H.
It's actually the right way to us.
Is it okay? Lady H and ginger ale. Both great for hair growth. And girl.
I
So the
love
reason I'm laughing is because in my thing, it's I'm trying to put it in the middle of the camera, but it's going the
uh,
wrong way. So
right.
anyway,
It's
both
gonna
great for
take some
hair growth.
getting used to coming
Yeah.
over here.
So great for hair growth, and great skincare. And yeah, check it out. QuinceQuan.com. And who do we have? Who is our guest for the day?
Okay. Go ahead, guess.
Hello, thank you so much. I see everybody. You look so pretty, all of you. Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
My name is Chorum Sondachichi from Zambia, Southern Province. I am located in the town of Monze, and I run an NGO, a non-profitable organization called Selecho Orphanage. It's called Selecho Orphanage. It has 100 beautiful kids, and also it has 30 older women, and also it has 5 disabled people. And I am the founder of it. I started it, and I'll tell you more how it came about, how what made me to start the organization, what inspired me to do that, what happened for me to do
Go ahead
that.
and tell us what inspired you to do that, because that is something, unfortunately in this selfish social media world a lot of
Oh,
people
yes.
do. So what inspired you to do this?
Wow, thank you so much. I grew up from a loving home. Actually, I'll say it was so beautiful. My parents, my siblings, mom used to take care of people. She was a teacher and she's still a teacher. And I was a stammer by that time. I was not speaking the way I can talk to you right now. So my sister was jealousy for mom took special care of me, not knowing that mommy cared for me because of not talking. And then they thought mom loved me so much and I was poisoned by her. And
Mhm.
when she poisoned me, I almost died. It took me to the hospital. By the grace of God, I survived. And by the age of 14 years, I had to leave home. When I had to leave home, I became homeless. I became homeless, and I lived in the streets while leaving my family and living in the streets. And I found people in the streets, and I was so talented. I started doing people's hair, plaiting people's hair. As I was plaiting people's hair in the street, they were paying me money. So when they were paying me money, I was able to rent an accommodation. I rented a 3-room house. It was a sitting, a kitchen, and a bedroom in the land of Chisekese. So as I rented that place, there were a lady that her father died, and her mother was unable to provide for them. They were struggling so really hard. So I
Mm-hmm.
brought in that girl and I took her to school. Her name is Mene. I took her to school until she completed grade 12 by my business of because when I moved in from the street to the house, then I opened a salon. I was able to open a salon and I started baking. I was also baking and I was using charcoal, glazier, and a pot. I never had a stove because it was so expensive, and if I buy a stove, my business will go down.
Mm-hmm.
So we kept on living like that. And later on, I thought like marriage was everything, was the end of poverty for me. So I should just get married. I never been to school like all of other people. So yeah,
A lot
and
of women in America
they,
think that
I
too.
yeah, I found a man. I was very young by then, and he was old man. He was a sugar daddy, and he
Wait a minute, you muted your mic, babe. Let me unmute you.
is it
Hold on,
mute?
hold on. So I see
Can
that
you
you
hear
have a
me?
lot. Yep, I think she was talking about mine was muted.
Yeah,
But so
Okay.
you are
Thanks so
fine.
much.
So
so
what were
I
you
was
saying?
saying I see that you have a lot to say, and we definitely want to hear it. We kind of want to break it down into pieces. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to see. I don't know if Nisi has any questions, but I have some questions, and I wanted to try and get the opportunity to ask you questions. So that it's a back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So, you were saying
Yeah,
so.
you
So,
ask me all the questions.
got you. Okay. So,
I just want to lay a foundation.
Mm-hmm.
God, yeah, let
okay.
me lay a foundation so that you know where the orphanage started. Then you can ask me all the questions. I'll answer any question you have. You don't have to worry. So I dated this man. Then uh, when we wanted to get married, he changed his mind. He said, "I can't marry this young lady. I no longer have interest. I can no longer marry her." Then he disappointed me in a wedding dress on the altar. I was 18. I thought like dying by that very moment. I thought like committing suicide. I thought like
Mm-hmm.
that was it. But God spoke to me to say, "You have a destiny. You have a future, my God." And everything was again messed up. My whole me was messed up. Again, I said I can no longer live in Zambia. I had to go to South Africa. In South Africa, I had no friends. I had no relative. I had nobody. The man I had, it was little. For I had arranged and invested for my wedding, and I just had. And there again, I had to be in the street. I had to sleep
Mm-hmm.
at Park Station, and I was like, my God. And there is that old lady that gave me a blanket at Park Station for I was so cold. At Park Station, she helped me with a blanket, and there on later on, there is a family that will come me. To cut the story short, I came back to Zambia. When I came back to Zambia, I said, "What can I do?" And I remembered how it was in the streets. I remembered the days I slept food. Then
Mm-hmm.
I started helping people though with my own money. The money that I was getting from my business, helping people, helping them, taking children to school because I never wanted them to go through what I went through. Later
Mm-hmm.
on, I met Dr. Blo. Her name is Dr. Blo Celeste, and she helped me to register my NGO, the Selection Orphanage. It's registered, and she helped me register it, and I used her name CELE, and I had to put my name CHO to register because you can't register a company here in Zambia using your name. Mm-mm. It must be something else. So I registered my NGO, putting up these names together, and she supported me financially. That's how the NGO started. And what
Okay.
scared me, it was what I went through, and I never wanted anyone to go through those kind of things. And my NGO, it has been it has grown. It's only that due to COVID-19, my business was shut down. My business was closed, which made me to be now unable to provide for the children. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay. So you were
Yeah.
saying that you had experiences of homelessness yourself, so that's what inspired you to start the orphanage. Can you tell us a
Mhm.
little bit about Africa and uh the socioeconomic status of people and the customs and cultures over there? Because I don't think we understand, exactly how things work over in Africa, because in America we're a little spoiled, you know what I mean, and we expect
Mhm.
everything, you know what I mean, what we can't provide, we expect some help from the government. So do you guys have that over there?
No, in Zambia, it's a very beautiful country which is surrounded by resources, but our government does not help us. Our government does not give us any money. Our government does not pay our school fees. Our government does not pay medical bills, and normally no water, no electricity for hours. At time there will be no electricity, maybe for 2 days we'll have no electricity, load shedding. It has not been easy. The economy is totally down. Hoping that the new president that was elected last week, he will be able to try to do new things. For we voted out the president that was in. Now there is a new president, so we're expecting maybe things will be better. But they had a parliament meeting, is it on Tuesday? They had a parliament meeting on Thursday, and they said they will not have a free education. So there is no free education here. There is no free
Wow.
education.
Wow.
We
So
we
children
are
have
not
to pay to go
spoiled.
to school?
Yes, if you want to go to school, you have to go to school when you have your own money. If you
Wow.
don't have money, you don't have to go to school. And if you don't pay your school fees in time, you are kicked out of school. There are many kids that are kicked out of school due to lack of finances. Even in my NGO, there are other kids that I was taking care of that completed their secondary, and I have failed to pay for uh, to pay for them to go to college, and
Mhm.
they're just here. And even the small ones, they also pay in school. So no school fees, no school, no money to buy uniform, to buy books, to pay. Then you have no education. You have no
Wow.
education, and
Wow.
because of higher levels of poverty, many people are not educated.
Okay. So is it difference? Is it
Yes.
is it purely money, or is it different between boys and girls, or is there a difference? Like say,
Um,
are there more
I'll
girls that can't go
say.
to school than boys?
Hmm. Wow, what a good question. Yeah, because now young ladies, they go into early marriages even when they don't want to, because of they don't have education. So they found themselves into early marriages, being abused. You find that a 12 years old is pregnant,
Mm.
and she is in poverty. She has never been to school. She doesn't have anyone to take care of that. And later on, they're being affected by HIV/AIDS because of trying to source funds to feed themselves. They'll try to sell themselves. So there is also higher levels of HIV. There is also higher levels of prostitution for people try to uh, earn a living.
Okay.
Wh-
So
How
Tink,
does
do
this
you have any questions?
how does this correlate to the orphanage?
We were just talking about the background of the country and stuff like that because I feel like in America we don't actually understand their culture and the things that they're going through. So it just helps explains why she started the orphanage and
I
why
think
it's
she explained
important.
that for about 20 minutes.
So yeah, Jiminy Crickets, we're gonna go through this. Um okay, so how are you right now? How are you supporting the kids? Did you say that you're still shut down due to COVID?
Yes, yeah. So right now it has been so hard for me, it has been so hard from the time my business was shut due to COVID, the lockdown. I couldn't do anything. It has been so difficult to feed the kids. It has been so difficult to pay their school fees. If I tell that the 50 other kids have not paid school fees, and we were given a letter, where did I put it? We were given a letter which says we have to pay before 15th. We have to pay before 15th September. Otherwise, they will be kicked out of school. They will be kicked out of school. And yeah, so that is it. And we are struggling to raise money to pay for the 50. For the money which is needed for the 50, it is 2,000 US dollars for the
Mm,
50 to be cleared out of school. For other 50, we managed to pay by the grace of God. I managed to pay, and at the moment, we are also renting because I couldn't manage to buy the land. Let me tell you the vision. Now we are renting for, I don't have the money to buy the building. To buy the building for it's expensive. I can't buy a building from my hair, feed them, pay school fees and other things. It can't. So we are renting, and we are planning to buy land. When we buy that land, we want to put the orphanage. As we put
mhm,
the orphanage, we also want to put a playing ground for the kids. We want to build it like a good standing. Like for I have traveled, I've been to Zimbabwe, I've been to South Africa, I've been to Botswana. So I've traveled. So I just want something which is so nice for the kids,
mhm,
which they can call it home. Then from there, I also want to put up a school for them on the same land. So we need 20 hectares so that I can put up a school for them. When I put up a school for them, the money that I pay to the schools where they are renting to, it will be
mhm.
used to pay for teachers. That
Okay.
money will be used to pay for teachers. And those other kids that will come from the rich families, they will be
Mhm,
paying to our school. Then it will sustain our orphanage. It will sustain our school also. For school, it's not cheap here. It's expensive. It's
mhm.
expensive. So if people
So
from the
how
rich
can people
families see
over
the
here
standard,
help? How can people over
come
here
again.
help you out? How can people over here
They can
help
help.
you out?
They can help by donating uh, anything they feel like giving, anything they feel like they can donate to us. It will really be helpful, and will really be grateful. Anything that comes from their hearts, anything that they feel like, they are welcome to help. We have an orphanage account, we have a GoFundMe, we have the Cash App, so they can help in any way that they feel like. I
So
can
Okay.
tell
how do
other
people
sister
know
have
where
a
their funds
question
are
like,
going?
oh,
I can't even get a word.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question, Tink.
Oh, how do people know where their funds are going?
oh wow. It's actually what we do is when we pay, for example, if I pay school fees, I put the receipts on my platforms. I have Facebook, I have IG, that is Instagram. There are also the videos of the kids. And if they want me to email them the receipts, then they'll be able to see the receipts, because there are some people that they'll give you something and they want to see, to say, okay, the money has gone into this channel. They want to see. Then we see them, and we are transparent. Actually, we don't hide things. Even when we buy the land, we'll show the people, and we'll do even a video, and we'll even mention those who want to be mentioned, to say, okay, we got help from ABC, done ABCD. We are grateful to these people. They're the one who supported us, and we'll put on their video. We'll put on the video on all the platforms that I have,
Okay.
so that they know what we have done. Yeah,
So
and later on, if they want to come to Zambia, yes, go on. Go on.
yeah, so you're saying you have receipts for where your money is going and that you are helping people. I think that's important
Yes.
for people to see because um they are, even over here in America, a lot of people that unfortunately take bad situations and try to, you know, scam
Profit.
people. Yeah. So it's very important for me that you are very transparent, and I think that's how me and maybe even Tink, we could start helping you more. Um and if people over here want to see transparency, they like to see the receipts, they like to see the clothes, they like to see the food that you bought and all that different stuff. And I don't want you to feel like it's any mistrust, but it's
No.
just to the fact that people unfortunately use bad situations, to get
Well, I
money.
think as a charity or a nonprofit, I think that these are questions that people are going to ask, because
Right.
when you donate to a nonprofit, a lot of people, I don't know if it works like this globally, but in the United States, you get the tax write-offs and things of that nature. So it's about helping the kids. Um, you know, Additionally, you do get that tax benefit. So that's something that a lot of people actually ask. So have you been asked that before?
Yes, in Africa we don't get tax. We don't get that, but we pay
Mhm.
tax, but we don't get money for, like, you by the end of the month or by the end of the year, they give you
Mhm.
something from what you have been paying. Here, there is nothing like that. But
Yeah.
my
So
NGO
this is an
doesn't
important
pay
question
tax,
on
so
our
it's
end, because
it's a
on our end, we
normal.
definitely like to know that you got that tax write-off portion. So that's the only reason for that question. But so another question actually that I have is so what year did you explain? I know that you explained your background, but what year did you start the orphanage?
Wow, what a good question. The orphanage was started in 2015, but it was registered in April. It was registered in April 2020. For That's when I got someone to help me. These are the days that it was registered.
Yeah.
It's really, you can, if got you the document, it's really scanned and proved by the
Gotcha.
Zambian authority.
Do you have
Yeah, the
other
orphanage, it's
people that
registered.
are working with you at your orphanage,
Yes, yes, that's a good
teachers or
question.
things of that nature?
We have the field workers. The field workers are the one to take care of the children, and are the one that goes to the school to pay school fees and find out how the kids are running. And we also have the chairman that finds out how finances that are being channeled with the treasurer. We also have a treasurer, and we also have a director. One of the directors is the one who helped me with proposals, to write proposals.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we
How
have
many
a full
kids do you
board.
have there currently at the orphanage?
Come again?
How many kids do you have currently at the orphanage?
I have 100.
You said 100?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And so how many staff do
Yeah.
you have there? Because that's a lot. I know that's a lot for one person. How many staff do you have?
Yeah. At the moment, we have 5 staffs. We have 5 because I can't manage them. They get paid. I don't get
Uh,
paid because
uh,
it's me who want to. So yeah, them they get paid for. They're coming from a background that they have to feed their family. They have to pay
yeah.
their bills, and they are struggling. In our country, it's not easy. Yeah. So I just managed to get 5.
So, what do you look for in somebody who you said that their title is a worker, right? Is that
We
the
have
title?
field workers. We have
Field field worker. Okay.
what did
So, what
yeah.
qualifications do you look for in your field workers?
Okay, they must have a full grade 12 certificate. They must complete their secondary level. And they are like the director, he has a degree in communication and business management. He
Mhm.
also do marketing, and he was the one that was writing proposals for the state, and he also wrote proposals for the other states. He's really educated. All the people that are working under me, they are more educated than myself because I need knowledge. I need to be empowered.
Nisi?
I think that's very important because I never want to be the smartest person in the room. That means you're doing something wrong. I'm glad you got a good team around you. Um, I don't think that Tink is aware. How I found her was on Clubhouse. She was actually in a room that my sister was running, and when I heard her speak, I just thought, like, maybe we could bring her over here and talk about her orphanage. Another thing you didn't know was that she was explaining that
I heard it.
she named the orphanage after my sister and her. So
Your sister?
yes,
How does she know your sister?
she knew my sister first. That's how I found her.
Oh, how long have you known her sister?
Many, many years. I've known her from 2018. She has been so amazing. She has been so kind. If I tell you that her sister is she's just so amazing. She believed in my vision. She believed in me. Many times she emptied her account for that. She talks to the children on Zoom. And
Mhm.
yeah, she finds out if they have eaten and other things. If I've paid school fees, she sees the receipts. She's so cute. I tell you that she's so cute, and she has been so helpful. I don't know how I could have been without her. To be honest, without her, this thing was not going to register. Do you know? Let me tell you something that you didn't know. Do you know that the day I went to register the orphanage, she was with me on a video call in the
Mm.
office also? So she made sure that she was there when I was paying, signing, and she was in the office also, although she was in America, but she was here. It was so cute. It was so beautiful. She stood by me, and she helped me. She wiped off my tears many times. There are many times I cried. I call her crying to say, I feel like things are bad with me. I feel rejected, especially when I was at home. Every time I used to cry on her shoulder. Trust me, she's my mother. I call her
Oh,
mom. She is a mother to me. She is my mother. I can't say anything. She is my mom. A mother does anything for the daughter, so she is my mom because she does everything. She'll go to any length for me. I'm telling you, she'll go to any length for me. She's so supportive. I love her
I,
so much.
and me knowing my sister, I felt like you have to have shown her something in order for her to be helping your orphanage, and um so hopefully we could keep in contact in the future, and so I can decide whether or not how's the best way I can help out. As for me, I am one of those type people that I'd like to see where my money is going, And
It's
I
very
want to make
important.
sure it is for the benefit of the kids because the kids are my heart, and it just warmed my heart so much to see them eating their food and stuff like that. And I
Oh
think
my
sometimes
God.
we take that for granted over here. Um,
Oh, sorry, it was my earphone.
Well, yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
I think this was good. Um, I feel like we learned a lot today, and dang it, I wish we had more time, but I feel like we're
yeah,
all out. So, but I think you've given us a lot of knowledge, and I think that anybody who is interested, they can definitely find you on Facebook. Is that right? Where can they find you on Facebook? I mean, sorry, on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah, they can find me on Instagram, they can find me on Facebook, and on
Mhm.
Facebook, they can find me by Prophetess Chichi Chorem Sonda because I am also a woman of God. I am a woman of God who fear God, and I love God with everything within me. So yeah.
So, and well, that sounds good.
Instagram, they can find me by Chorem Sonda. I use my real names on all the pages.
okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put your links with this
What?
video.
Wait,
And
what's the name of the charity? What's the name of the I'm sorry, what's the name of the orphanage?
Selection. Selection
And your
orphanage.
name?
Let me type it in this typing selection. Let me type it.
No, I
Typing
was
it
saying
right
your name is
now.
what? Is your name the same as the name of the orphanage?
her is half my
No.
sister's name and half
Oh,
her.
half for your sister. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, you said that. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, it's been great. Um,
Thank
we're
you so much for coming on. And like I said, I'm gonna keep in contact with you in the future, and I'm gonna see where I fit in, best way I can help out. And
I pray that people reach out and offer assistance and help for the children that are at the orphanage. I definitely think that it's a positive thing
Mhm.
for anybody to take, time out of their lives to create something like that. So for me, I appreciate things like that. So thank you for being that person who is supporting the children because I myself am also advocate of children. So, and that's it
Wow.
for me.
Yes, for
I'm so
coming.
humbled. Hope one day you can teach the children even on Zoom because word of encouragement will be
Mm,
amazing to them. And it's only that. Do you know that right now it's 02:29 a.m. here, so it's
mhm.
on different of time. So if
Right.
maybe there it will be late here morning, that's when you can talk to the kids and teach them
Okay.
for 9. They got it, and we can't work them. We have to go to school some of the Mondays. So
Honey, you gonna
we
have me
can
to
do Zoom
Zoom
meeting like
class.
maybe anytime during the day in my country.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 so that you can talk to them, find out more about their school and how they're learning. And you can even ask them question, which school are you? And you can even ask them, how much do you pay for your school fees? They'll tell you
Mhm.
more. They'll tell you, and they are so loving kids. Trust me, you love them. You can just tell me anytime you want to talk to them, as long as it's daytime here and they're out of school, especially Saturday and Sunday during the day here in our time. You can talk to them. Weekends, you can talk to them Monday to
So
Friday because they
anytime,
know
so we can
because
talk to them anytime. All right. That's
anytime
amazing.
weekend.
So we're out of time, but it's been great.